So in terms of getting development finance for a contaminated site, that's something that could come up either at valuation stage or QS stage, or it's very unlikely to be declared early on. I tend to find it does tend to come out either in the QS report or the valuation report. So whether it's asbestos, whether it's Japanese knotweed. So when you've got these contaminated elements on site, what's the first go-to for a lender?
The simple answer is, if you are aware of those issues, disclose them.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is they will come out later on, whether it's in evaluation or monitoring or even an environmental report, as you mentioned, but they will come out later when the client has already paid for the professional reports. Some lenders have very strict appetite when it comes to contaminated sites. Asbestos, it's easy. Let's put it aside, because asbestos, all you need, if you found asbestos, you bring professional team that wears protective gear, they remove it safely, and they give you and they dispose it safely.
You just build that quote, presumably, into development finance.
You build the quote, you build the time, it doesn't take long, they remove it safely, they dispose it safely, they give you a certificate, it's clear. The most important thing is not to demolish buildings with asbestos without clearing it first, and then bringing your lenders, including pregnant lenders, on site for a site visit.
That sounds like a story and a half.
That has happened before. I was so furious. I was not the pregnant lady, but there was another one, and we literally walked on the site with demolished asbestos in the ground, and the developer did not say a word. Needless to say, we found out and we did not lend to this person.
No, I can imagine.
But asbestos is not a big issue because it's just a cost and money. There's a saying, if it's cost and money, it's just expense, it's not a problem. But when it comes to contaminated land, some lenders have very strict rules. They just don't want to deal with any contaminated sites. But contamination comes in different shapes and forms. You can have a simple cases of contamination, and the remedy is you just remove 6 inches of soil, dispose it safely, replace it with a fresh soil, and off you go, you're done.
And that's normally on old fuel stations and things like that, isn't it? Where oil's
Yes, that's a different story. That's a more severe case. So if it's a simple case, all you need is to budget for it and allow time within your construction program to remedy this. But you still have to disclose it to the lenders, because some of them will say, no, we don't want to do it no matter what, we're just uncomfortable. And some of them will just accept it as a matter of business, because lots of sites are contaminated and it's easy to remedy. As long as you budget for it, you're good to go.